The next option we'll have a look at is actually the pages. So under the main menu on the dashboard we'll find a link to pages, and we have, like just before with media, we have library and new items. With the pages we have all pages and add new. However, when we click on pages we will get the main page for this option, where we actually have a list of all the pages currently available on our server. At the moment I only have one, which is called a simple page, and I can actually go and edit it, I can quick edit it, I can delete it, and I can view it. Alright, up the top I have the number of all pages, which is 1, and I have the number of published pages, which once again is just one page, which is this sample page. Like with the media files, I can actually select many of them and I can either edit or move to trash them, and if I choose any of these I can actually hit on apply, and those pages will be moved once they have been selected by clicking this checkbox here, like so. Moving a bit to the right we have a filter. So if I was to filter all of my pages I would have some actual categories here, and I'll have the November 2014 and December 2014 filters, and I can choose that and hit on filter, and this will actually filter and show only the pages that have been created on the December of the year 2014. Moving along the side I have the author's name, which in this case is myself, John Smith, who is also the actual administrator. Next to it I have the comments and the date when this page was actually created and published. So basically this option for the pages, the view of the pages, is pretty much the same as it is for the media library, as it will give you some sort of a description about the page, so such as the name. It will give you some options here for editing and viewing and deleting it, and right at the top you have the option to actually go ahead and add new pages. Okay, so we'll do that. To add a new page you can either click on this link here, add new, or you can actually go to the main menu and you'll find add new here as well. So let's click on add new, and we're going to be presented with an editor that looks like this, which is exactly the same as it is for the posts, or at least it looks exactly the same. At the top we'll have a title, so maybe we'll put welcome page title. So this is going to be the title of our page. And let's move to the right now, and we can have a publish option here, so we can either save this as a draft, we can preview it. There is the status here, we can edit this, and from draft we can actually go pending review. Just under that we have the visibility. We can make it visible to anyone, we can make it actually password protected, or we can make it private as well. Now when we actually make it password protected, only people who have the password can actually enter this site, and under private we actually only make sure that some people have access to this particular page. Okay, I will actually leave it as public, as this is a welcome page. And the last option here we have publish this page either immediately, or we can actually choose the date when this will be published. Okay, so this is actually a good idea when you, for example, running a online store and then you decide that maybe on the December 31st, for example, you would have some sort of a special, and then you can actually set the date here when that special would be actually published. And also you can move this to trash, or basically just delete it. Okay, moving down a bit, we'll have a page attributes, and what this means is that we can choose whether this page is going to stand on its own, or it will actually be part of a parent directory. In this case we only have a sample page, however I think that welcome page should be on its own. And the next section is to do with the templates, and this basically depends on which kind of templates you have actually installed into WordPress, and there might be many different options here. So at the moment I only have 2, so let's go with the full width page, and as for the order we'll just leave it as 0. Alright, then we can go and we can actually set the featured image. To do that we'll hit on this link here, and from the media library we'll choose one of the images. Let's choose for example this one, and we'll put that one there. Okay, going back to the editor, basically we can enter all of the information here that we would like to, as we did with the posts. So we can enter any sort of a text, we can enter any sort of a media file such as the pictures, we can enter some videos, we can enter some URLs which will actually embed the videos into this page, and we can enter some other stuff as well. Alright, if you're familiar with the coding language, you can always change from visual to text, and here you can actually write all of your codes. Okay, going back to visual, what I will do here is I'm just going to write some text. Alright, so I've written some text. Welcome to WordPress for video tutorials. Here you'll find videos on WordPress 4 which have been designed to help you build your web page easier with WordPress 4. As you can see, it's actually got a spell check and it's actually saying that it doesn't recognize this word WordPress, and this is because I actually got this into English, and if you wanted to change that, you will actually go and change the language of the page and this will actually disappear. If I was to enter some other language here, for example, or if I actually made a mistake, all of this will be underlined, meaning that the spell check has actually found some errors and it will actually highlight or underline those as well. Okay, so let's insert some media here, for example, and from my media library I will choose, let's choose this little computer, and I will insert that. And one option that we haven't seen in the toolbar is actual this toolbar toggle, and if you click on that you'll have some more information, and basically you can insert the headings, so heading 1, heading 2 and whatnot. You can actually underline those text, so for example I can underline WordPress here and WordPress here. You can actually justify this, so I can select it as it is, and if I hit on it, it will actually be like so, or I can actually go and just write justify like that. I can go left or in the center as well. The next option here is the text color, so let's say for example I want to change this color here and I want to make it red, and I will do it just like that. Then there is the paste text, there is also clear formatting, there is some special characters here as well. Then you can actually indent the pages and you can actually undo it as well. Okay, so basically you will get some sort of a editor that we're basically used to, and also you can apply this to the images as well. So if I was to select this image, I can click here and the image would actually be shifted to the right hand side and it would actually be right justified. I can also go and insert a link, and then I can actually insert read more tag. So basically what I'll do is come here and I will insert read more tag, and we'll see what this does in just 1 second. Okay, so let's say that we're happy with the page, how it's looking at the moment. So the next thing we will have to do is actually hit on publish right here, or actually we can hit on save draft and come back to it later and adjust a few things, or we can actually go and just preview it. What I will do is I'll publish this page. Alright, and what I'll do now is actually I will go back to the settings. This is something that we did in the previous video tutorial or the video tutorial before, and I'll go into reading, and here I will select a static page and I will actually choose for my front page to be the welcome page. Okay, so basically the page that I've just created will now be displayed whenever the user types in my URL. Okay, and I will put this as a summary and click on save changes. Okay, going back to the page, this is what we had to begin with, and now that I've actually changed it, this page should actually disappear and the welcome page should appear here as the start page. Alright, so let me refresh it. Alright, and here it is. This is my start page, the welcoming page, and all the information that I have actually entered is here. So I've actually entered some of the information here. I've changed the font, I actually changed the color, I've underlined some of it, and I actually inserted a image here, and as you can see it's actually an link. So if I click on it, I will actually get the image by itself. Okay, going back, by the default I have actually enabled the comments, so basically it will say here logged in as such user, my name is John Smith, do you want to log out? No, and I will post a comment. Okay, I've typed in, this is just a comment on the welcome page, and I will hit on post comment. there's the comment I have just entered, and I can actually go and reply to that as well. Now, because I've actually entered logged in as the admin of this page, I can edit the page by clicking on edit, and this will take me back now to the same page that we were on just previously. So here I'll have all the information, and I can go ahead and edit those as needed. So let's, for example, say that I'll center this, and I'll actually just go ahead and I'll copy this text here and paste it here, just so that we can see some changes. And I'll make this actually, I'll make it all the same color, and I'll make it, for example, blue. Okay, and I'll hit on update. Alright, so now when I actually go to my page, I should see all this information there, and it should be updated as it currently is. Okay, so this is how you go about actually creating new page. And let's go back now to the all pages option here, and as you can see, I have a new page which is called welcome page, and I have some information about it, that it's been created by John Smith, that it's got one comment on it. So if I hit on comment, I will actually be presented with a particular comment, and I can get all the information about the user who's actually submitted the comment and the comment itself, and I can unapprove, I can reply, I can edit it, and I can mark it as spam and trash it as well. Right at the top I'll actually have some of the options, and all of this will be covered in one of the tutorials following this one when we actually come to this option comments. So building up new pages and creating new pages within WordPress 4 is quite easy and simple, and basically as soon as you build it, you can actually publish it, and those pages will be available for your visitors to actually have a look at.